गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन श्याम कुंज राधा कुंज गिरि गोवर्धन श्याम कुंज राधा कुंज गिरि गोवर्धन काली जमुना जय जय संकीर्तन की जय। Prabhupada ki jai, Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha Kripa sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurāi Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Asvatyadi Shatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita
What's happened?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, everyone. So thank you so much for coming. Today is it will be very relaxed. We will have a conversation. This is Sid Prabhu. He's from New York. You grew up in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was born in New York. The home of the birth of the Hare Krishna movement. How many of you have been to New York? Okay, you're in Den Haag, you don't need to go to New York. Right? It's much better. Okay, so please do go to New York. We're not interested in going to New York because it's the city that never sleeps. Actually, we believe New York is the city that never wakes up. But we're interested to go to New York because that's where Srila Prabhupada began the Hare Krishna movement. So you should go one day. You can go to Matchless Gifts, 26 2nd Avenue, Tompkins Square Park. There's the tree there. They call it the Hare Krishna tree, under which Srila Prabhupada went with kartals, with a bongo drum. You know that bongo drum? Prabhupada didn't have a mridanga, so he had a bongo drum. So if you go to New Vrindavan today, that bongo drum is there in Prabhupada's palace. So there underneath that tree, Prabhupada chanted Hare Krishna. And the Hare Krishna movement began. And you can go there and you can hug that tree. Now in the world they hug trees. They say it reduces your stress. Hug a tree, hug a cow. In UK, if you want to hug a cow, you have to pay like £80, you know. We just tell them, come and do service at the Goshala. You get a free hug. So you can hug that tree, it's very beautiful. And it's a tirtha. So Srila Prabhupada began the Hare Krishna movement in New York. Oh, sorry, I was introducing you. So yeah, Sid is from New York, and now he's staying in London. But he's in Amsterdam for a few days. So I asked him to ask me some questions about karma. So he's going to come up in a second. But just to continue the thread before we begin, Prabhupada began the movement in New York, isn't it? In which year? Which year was Prabhupada in New York?
66.
65 he began, and 66 he established the Hare Krishna movement in New York. Srila Prabhupada ki! So 1966, that was 60 years ago, Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON in New York. And since then, ISKCON has spread all across the world. And Srila Prabhupada said, wherever there is a temple, that is like an embassy of the spiritual world. Isn't it? Like normally, like for example, in London, we have the Indian embassy. So in the Indian embassy, outside in London, it may be snowing, but when you go in the Indian embassy, the fans are on.
Yeah.
And you think, why are the fans on? It's snowing outside. We're in London. Like in London, the one great British tradition is that you must always queue up. It's like a British tradition. You must queue up, never jump in the queue. But in the Indian embassy, nobody queues up. Because it's very interesting, when you go into the Indian embassy, even though you're in the middle of London, it's like you're already in India. Am I right? Do you have an Indian embassy here? Yeah. I guess Den Haag is like India anyway. It's generally like India anyway. So Srila Prabhupada said the temples are embassies of the spiritual world. Because when you go into a temple, even though you're in the material world, it should already feel like you're in the spiritual world. So Srila Prabhupada traveled the world and he wanted to establish temples everywhere. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it was predicted, Pritivite ache yata nagara digram sarvatra prachara hoibe mora nam. That Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name would be sung in every single nagar. Nagar means a village. I guess Den Haag is a nagar also.
Yeah.
Is it a little bit bigger?
It's a
A little bit bigger.
It started as
For a Londoner, it looks small,
Yeah.
but it's big, I'm sure. Okay, so yes, and not just to sing the name, but to also have temples. So now we just went to the temple that is coming up. It's on pause at the moment, but we need to unpause it and begin again the building work. So let us pray that we can begin this building work again. And please, everyone, say a prayer that the temple can move forward. And please also help in whatever way you can. If you have skills, if you have resources, if you can donate, then we need to raise. And if you have friends, then please also encourage them to get involved. Because every city that has a temple is a great blessing, isn't it? A temple is known as mandir. What does mandir mean? What's the man? What does man mean? Me?
No.
Not seriously.
No. Man means,
Man means the mind, isn't it? Manas, the mind. And dhir means to become calm. So once a mandir is there, the mind becomes calm. Until the mandir is there, the mind is in full anxiety. It's an anxiety to put a mandir up. But once the mandir is there, the anxiety comes down. So right now the anxiety levels are very high because the mandir is not there. So we need everyone's help to build the mandir, bring the anxiety down. So please consider how you can do that. Is that good? Can you all get involved? No? Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to sign a check right now. Everyone's like, no, he's going to tell me to sign something, sign my life away. It's okay. Whatever you can give, if you can give some Lakshmi, very good. Otherwise, give your prayers, give your good wishes, give your efforts. And if you're good at construction work, then come and help us build. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Okay, so I'm going to invite Sid up here with me. And he's going to ask some questions on karma. So I want all of you to already begin thinking if you have any questions on karma. Because you know, things happen in life to you. And we have many anxieties, we have many worries, we have many confusions about life. Is that true or is that not true? Are you completely clear about life? Or does life sometimes confuse you? I'm getting complete blank from the audience. Are you all going to work with me today, or are you going to be blank slate?
A lot of confusion.
A lot of confusion about karma.
Yes.
Okay, yes, okay. All right, so please think of your questions, any questions that you may have. And I'll ask Sid to begin, and then I'll share whatever thoughts I have, and then we'll open it up to all of you. And if you don't have questions, we'll ask you questions. So there's an impetus to ask questions. Today, nobody can fall asleep. We will not allow you to fall asleep. Okay? Give me one loud Haribo to make sure you're still here.
Hare Krishna!
Hare Krishna. So karma, as we popularly understand it, is this idea that if we do good things will happen to us. And if we do bad things will happen to us. Is that an accurate definition of karma?
Yes, someone's saying. Karma is a very interesting word. You could translate karma in different ways. Karma literally comes from the dhatu. You understand, dhatu means the Sanskrit root, kri, which means to create or to do. So one definition of karma is activity. Am I right? Anytime you do an activity is karma. So one definition of karma is activity. Another definition of karma, like someone will say, I have bad karma. So then one definition of karma is reaction. The reactions that you receive in life is karma. And karma can also refer to a law. The law by which for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So in that way, when you read Shastra, when you read Bhagavad Gita, the word karma could be used in different ways. Either it could literally mean an activity, or it could mean a reaction that you're receiving, or it could refer to a law which connects action and reaction. So the first thing is to understand that these words are what we call polyvalent. Just to use a formal term, it means they have many meanings. So it depends on the context.
So in the context of reactions,
Yes.
well, actually, let's first talk about actions. When it comes to actions, you say like, oh, I've done some activity, I've done some karma. What makes good karma or bad karma? Like, how do we judge? Who judges what is good karma or bad karma? Like, who decides?
So in the Bhagavad Gita, there's a very, very beautiful verse, and the first line of that verse is, or the first two lines say, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Karya Vyavastiti. Okay, it's very simple to understand. Tasmat, anyone know what that means? Therefore. Like sometimes you start a statement, therefore. Shastra means? It's not a trick question? Scripture. I hope you know that. Shastra means scripture. Therefore, scripture, pramanam. Does anyone know what the word pramana means? Approved. Very good. Evidence. Yes. Dashmat Shastra Pramanam Te. So therefore, this verse is saying, therefore, Shastra is the proof, or Shastra is the reference point. Karya, Akarya, Vyavastiti. And it establishes Karya, what you should do. Akarya, what you shouldn't do. Vyavastiti establishes. So like this, if you learn a little bit of Sanskrit, then it's easy to understand. So who decides what is good or bad? Krishna is our best friend. And Krishna wants us to do activities which are going to lead us towards happiness. And therefore Krishna gives the scripture. And in the scripture, Shastra, Krishna explains Karya, Akarya, Vyavastiti, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. In other words, Krishna will help you to understand what is good activity, what is bad activity. And Krishna will also explain that it's not just the activity, but it's the intention. If a policeman kills a criminal with a gun, they may get a medal. Depends on the context, of course, but generally, if it was required, they'll get a medal. Whereas if a criminal uses that same gun to kill someone, they'll go to jail for life. So the intention always matters. So if you want good karma, or if you want spiritual karma, which we can talk about later, then you need to do an activity that is prescribed in the scripture, and you need to do it with the right intention. So action plus intention equals karma. Okay?
To question your definition a little bit, in the example that you gave, this policeman is authorized to do this activity. So these activities that that Shastra is delineating, these activities are prescribed for the qualification of the person. That I couldn't go out and do something to a criminal because the policeman has to. Can you elaborate on the level of qualification and position that's required in order to carry out certain actions?
So Krishna explains that each one of us have a dharma. Yeah. So everyone, like I'm a sannyasi, so I have a certain dharma. Some of you are grihastas, so you have a different dharma. Some are neither grihastas or sannyasis or brahmacharis. We call them brahmastras. That's a joke. That's not real ashram. So you have brahmacharis, grihastas, sannyasis. So each of us have different duties according to our position. So some of you are students, some of you are parents, some of you have a particular occupation. So what Krishna says is, according to your dharma, then you have certain activities that are prescribed for you, isn't it? Like what would you say some activities that a grihasta should do? Anything? What do you think is a prescribed duty of a grihasta? Yes.
Take care of children.
To take care of their children, exactly. Now, for a sannyasi to get involved with children is considered the wrong activity because that's not our duty. But if a grihasta doesn't take care of children, then it's considered a violation of duty. So like that, every stage of life will have its own duties. So therefore one should understand, what is my identity, what is my responsibility, what is my ashram, what is my varna, and according to that you will know what is your dharma, and then you will be able to do the right activities with the right intention, dedicated to the right person, and in that way you can be freed from all problems.
The idea of reactions, the reactions to our activities, this is also karma. Some of these reactions, these things that happen to us, they're pleasurable, they're very nice experiences that we can have, and some of them are not so nice experiences that we can have. Can you elaborate on, should we only try to have these nice reactions, or like these pleasurable reactions, or are both in one sense things that we should try to avoid? Like, what's the like? Should we prioritize one of these reactions over the other?
Thank you. So yes, there's good karma and bad karma. So how many of you think we should try to minimize bad karma? Put your hand up. Okay, some there at the back don't want to minimize bad karma? Maximize the good one. That was going to be the next question. How many of you think we should maximize good karma? How many of you think we shouldn't get involved in good karma or bad karma at all?
Krishna Dhaam, of course.
Yes, so Krishna explains that bad karma will lead to I'll come to you in a second. Krishna explains that bad karma will lead to misery. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. But what Krishna explains is that good karma, did you know that good karma will also lead to misery eventually? Krishna says, Yehi samsparsha jaboga dukkayonaya evate adyantavanta konteya nateshu ramate buddha. Krishna says every time you get sukh, what is sukh? Good karma. Like if you give a lot of charity, then in the next life, you get lots of money. But Krishna says, Yehi samsparsha jaboga, that person who gets enjoyment in the world, some sukh, what they don't understand is that the sukh is dukkha yoni. Understand? Does anyone know what the word yoni means? In some context. But in this context, it means womb. Womb. So where does a baby take place? Where does the first place the baby appears? In the womb. And then after it's finished in the womb, where does it come? Into the world. So Krishna says sukha is the dukkha yoni. Interesting, no? Means every time you get some sukha, inside that sukha, what is waiting to take birth? Like for example, you get the Mercedes-Benz. I always wanted, no Mercedes-Benz, that's a Tesla. Even Tesla's was Maserati, whatever it is. But then every time you park it up in the home, you're thinking, I hope somebody doesn't scratch it. I hope somebody doesn't scratch it. See, so the sukha comes with the dukkha. You can't separate it. So therefore Krishna says, Ubhe sukrate dushkrate tasma yogaya yujjashva yoga karma shukoshalam. Very beautiful verse. Krishna says, don't try to avoid dukkha. Don't try to invite sukha. Instead, engage in yoga. Yagyarthat karmano nyatra loko yam karma bandhana. Krishna says you have to do your activities dedicated to a spiritual cause. Otherwise, the karma that you get, whether it's good or bad, karma bandhana. What does the word bandhana mean? Bound, like the English word, bondage. Bound. Karma bandhana, your karma will bind you to this world. So therefore, we don't only want good karma, we want actually no karma. We want spiritual, karma-free. Make sense? Okay, yeah. Prabhu at the back, still want to maximize your sukha?
No, it's okay.
No, you're okay now, yeah. He's understood now, he's understood. Yes, Prabhu, you had a question.
To elaborate a little bit more about the not to bound in the karma part. And another question is that you asked about the grihastha, what's the nature of that? But as a working person, you also need to play some politics at work. So that's also how to deal with that, because that's also linked about karma.
Okay, yes, all right. Two good questions. Okay, so the first one, your first question is, remind me your first question, sorry.
Elaborate a little bit more about the bound part.
Oh, about not being bound. Yes, so Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita will say, Yat karoshi Yadashnashi Yajjohoshi Dadashiyat Yatapashushikonteya Tat Kurushva Madarpanam. Krishna says, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever activities you perform, everything you do, you have to connect it to Krishna. So for example, if you have a laptop, then make sure all the passwords are Krishna 108 and make sure the desktop is a picture of Krishna. If you have a car, then make sure there is, like in India, the rickshaw drivers, forget the speedometer. Put a picture of Krishna there. Right? So like what you do, if you have a job, then you earn some money, so you give some money to Krishna, right? If you, whatever you have, you connect it to Krishna, right? Can you do that? Like tell me anything that someone does in the material world, and then let's see if we can connect it to Krishna. Give me any activity that you do in the material world. Anything. Driving. Okay, how do you connect driving to Krishna? Go to the Dhams? You're going to drive overland from Den Haag to the Dhams? You could try it. They used to do that. Oh, you mean go to temples like that? Okay, use your car to go to spiritual places. There you go, spiritualized. Okay, tell me something else you do in the world. Pardon me?
Seva.
No, but that's already spiritual. I'm saying just a normal activity. What do you do normally every day that doesn't feel very spiritual?
You just go with a train to work, something?
Okay, you go to train. How do you make it spiritual? Listen to a class. Okay, there you go. Yes.
I have a garden and
How do you make gardening spiritual? Let's take that one.
flowers for Krishna.
There you go. Brilliant. So like that, you can connect everything. Everything you do, you can connect it for Krishna. So as soon as you connect it to Krishna, it becomes free from karma. That's the point. Are you confused about anything in your life and think that it can't be connected to Krishna? Tell us now. Yes. Politics. Okay, let's get on to that one. Can you connect politics to Krishna? Yes or no? Yes, Prabhu is confident. He's a politician.
No, I have to deal daily with this politics.
Okay, but then how?
So let me explain to you how. Okay. So there are different types of politics. A certain type of politics is meant to exploit others, is meant to bring others down, is meant to acquire things untruthfully. That kind of politics we don't do. But there's a certain type of politics which means you have to be streetwise, you have to think smartly, and you're ultimately doing it not for a selfish reason, but to ultimately improve the situation, improve people, improve a certain outcome that you're trying to get. But you're not doing it in a mood of of ego or pride or trying to bring anyone else down. So therefore, sometimes even the devotees have to do something which is, we call it politics, but all it is they're thinking a few steps ahead so that they can bring the best outcome for Krishna. So therefore, sometimes you also have to do that, right? Like, Drona couldn't be killed. Am I right?
Yeah.
He was powerful. Drona was powerful. And who was meant to kill him? Yudhishthira.
Yeah.
But Yudhishthira, Krishna said, you won't be able to kill him. So Krishna said, what did he tell Yudhishthira to do?
A lie.
Tell a lie. What was the lie? Anyone remember?
Ashwatthama dies like.
Ashwatthama dies. He's dead.
He didn't specify which.
But he didn't specify which one. So it was a little bit political. But Krishna said for a higher purpose, you can do. Because you're not doing it for a low, you're doing it to establish Dharma in the world. So sometimes you have to also do these things, but the motivation is important. Does that make sense? But don't be a politician in the temple. No, I know you are. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Yes?
And how do you do at work?
because you work for some.
You do it at work, you do a bit of politics, but then what you do is you're trying to do it so that the fruits of your work, you can dedicate it to Krishna. But we don't get into the politics of trying to bring someone else down or trying to be better than someone just for the sake of it. We're trying to do it. It's necessary sometimes in this world to survive. Because if you don't, then, you know, like in India, sometimes you have to do a little bit of politics, right? Because in India, everyone's a little, like Tamal Krishna Maharaj. You know Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada's disciples. So one time he said to Prabhupada, or Prabhupada said to him, leave all your service in America, I want you to go to India. He said, Prabhupada, I'll go to the heavenly planets, the hellish planets, but I don't want to go to India. He said, because Indian people are too tricky. Prabhupada looked at him, Prabhupada said, but I'm an Indian. He said, no, Prabhupada, not you. And then Prabhupada said, no, you're right, I'm also tricky. Because I tricked all of you into coming into Krishna consciousness. So sometimes it's very tricky, like you're doing some project, sometimes people will do some politics against you. So sometimes you need to be smart. Prabhupada said, I am a Calcutta boy. Nobody can defeat me in business. So Prabhupada was also, he knew how to get things done, but it wasn't to exploit other people. So we are not in that mood, but sometimes we have to be smart. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
I try to understand, but I can see how do you fix your normal life with your work life? How it's
How do you integrate it?
yes. For
See,
Krishna.
for a devotee, there's no such thing as a material life and a spiritual life, actually. It's not that, oh, I do all my material things Monday to Friday and then I'm a devotee on the weekend. Everything is part of your spiritual life. So when you're at work, talk to people about Krishna. When you're at work, take them prasadam. When you're at work, you know, while you're in between breaks, listen to kirtan. Why does work have to be material? You can make it spiritual, isn't it? So try to do that, okay?
Yeah, I do this.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, that's great.
You were speaking about connecting connecting all your activities to Krishna. What role does Krishna play in our karma? In the sense that, what happens when we do connect these activities to Krishna? Does Krishna remove the reactions to them? Like, does he reduce the reaction? Like, what happens to these activities? Is it just, like, what is the value of connecting these activities to Krishna?
So everyone got the question? When we connect our activities to Krishna, does Krishna take away all your karma? Put your hands up if you think yes. No one's experiencing that. Put your hands up if you think no. So that means not one person voted in this room. What's up with all of you? Like, what do you think? Yes or no? There's no two ways about it. There's no third option here. I can't give you another option. Does Krishna take away all of your karma? You have to vote one or the other. Yes or no? Yes first. Yes. No. 20% are still in the Brahma Jyoti, I think.
I don't know.
You don't know. That's the don't know category. Okay, sure. No, it's actually, I asked you a question you can't answer. So anyway, sorry about that. Because the next question to ask is, how much of your activities are you connecting to Krishna? Krishna says, if you do everything, what is that verse? 1866. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam saranam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami Ma Sucha. Simple Sanskrit. Sarva dharman parityaja, give up everything. Ma mekam saranam, just surrender to me. Aham tam sarva papebhyo, all your reactions, mokshayishami, I'll take them all away. So there is clear. As soon as you surrender to Krishna, Krishna takes away all your reactions. But then why do you surrender? Devotees suffer. So when Krishna says, I take away all of your reactions, what Krishna is saying is it may work in different ways. Either when you surrender to Krishna, he may take away all of your reactions straight away. Or what Krishna may do is, like a fan is going and you turn the switch off, and then what happens? The fan rotates still for some time. So even when one surrenders, either Krishna may take it away completely immediately, or what Krishna may do is turn the switch off so that eventually everything will be removed. Or Krishna may not take away your reactions, but what he will do is give you the strength so that those reactions don't affect you. Does that make sense? So in that way, when you surrender to Krishna, all of your karma is taken away. Like that. Okay, yes.
Should I see it as not karma taken away, but more like you're not affected by karma? Right?
That's why I said it could be three ways. Either Krishna can actually take the karma away, or Krishna can give you the strength so that you're not affected by the karma. I mentioned that. It can be either. Sometimes Krishna may also take the reaction away. Physically, no need for the reaction. Okay, yes, Babu?
Yes, I thought Krishna will minimize the karma.
Yeah, I said that. Remember I said that? Like he'll turn the switch off and then the karma just slows down and then eventually... So I said there could be three ways. Either Krishna can take it away completely, or Krishna can minimize it and slow it down, or Krishna can give you the strength so that you're not affected by it. It may be one of those. That's providing you've surrendered, by the way. Because sometimes people come to the Hare Krishna movement for 3 Sundays and then they're wondering, why am I still suffering? I come to 3 Sunday programs. I mean, what's going on here? Like, Krishna, come on, work with me here. So you have to actually also surrender. That's another question we could ask you. What does it mean to surrender? What do you think? What does it mean to surrender?
To connect all your activities to Krishna.
Amazing. Give her a round of applause. I put her right on the spot. That's a great answer. Yeah, it means that you completely align all of your decision making with whatever Krishna wants. In other words, all your activities are aligned to Krishna. Brilliant. Yeah, thank you. We'll just go here and then we'll come back, yeah?
One of the things that comes to mind, there's so many things that we experience in this world. There's all these, like I'll scroll on Instagram and I'll scroll on Instagram for an hour and I'll see maybe 200, 300 reels or something. Is every single one of those things that I'm experiencing, is that all my karma then? Is that all
the reels you watch?
All the reels I watch, all the food I eat, is every single thing I experience? Because ultimately, like all these, we were saying like action equals reaction. All these reactions and everything that I'm experiencing in this world, this is all karma. Is everything that I'm experiencing karma? Or is it karma?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think anything in life happens by chance? No. Is there anyone in this room that thinks anything that happens in life, even one thing, could be just by chance?
No.
No.
Well, if there's free will,
Yeah.
there must be chance.
Where there's free will? No, so Krishna explains in the Gita that nothing is random in this world. Every event, every experience, every emotion that you face is arranged by Krishna. I mean, emotion, I shouldn't really say that word because that depends on us. But every event and experience, we're meant to experience it. Who can accept that? It's hard to accept that. How many of you, put your hand up if you sometimes feel that your life shouldn't be as hard as it is? Isn't it? So that means we haven't fully accepted that whatever's happening to me, I'm meant to experience. So everything you come across, every person in your life, you know, they're all there for a reason. Nothing is by chance. Now, the moment you embrace that, most of the time we think we're the victim. Am I right? People ask, why do bad things happen to good people? Basically, they're asking, why do bad things happen to me? Because I'm a good person. I'm one of the good guys. I'm one of the good guys here. What's going on? So yes, everything that we go through is nothing's by chance.
So that's karma.
Yes. That's karma?
Yeah.
Well, if you say it's not by chance, then it must come from some mechanism, and that mechanism is karma.
Yeah.
So now, actually, I'm happy you asked that, because there could be two reasons why you experience something. One reason could be that it's karma, the law of karma, but the other reason could be that it's Krishna's direct intervention in your life. There's only one person in the world who can have you experience something beyond your karma, and that is Krishna. Because karma works under Krishna's direction. Maya Dhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sachara Charam. Krishna will say it's all working under my direction. But you see, like for example, if a judge can sentence someone, right, to like 40 years in prison or something. But the same judge, after 20 years, if they feel that person has reformed, then what can they do? They let him go. So the judge oversees the law, but the judge can also do something beyond the law. So Krishna is like that. So yeah, it's coming from either karma or directly from Krishna.
But if it is directly from Krishna, then it would be a special person.
Special, yeah, special.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Like
Krishna...
a devotee, a real devotee.
Pardon me?
Like a devotee.
Yeah. Once Krishna says in the Bhagavatam, Yashyaham anugranami harishe tadhanam shane tato dhanam tyajantasva svajana dukha dukhitam. Put your hand up here if you would like to have the special mercy of Krishna. Raise high. Who wants the special mercy of Krishna? So in this verse, Krishna says, when I give my special mercy to someone, I take everything away. Don't worry guys, we got it on video here. You put your hand up. I didn't say anything. You put your hand up. Krishna said, when I give you my special mercy, I may take everything away. Hari, Hari, Hari. You understand? Hari. What does Hari mean? Krishna is a thief. Vraje prasidam Navanita choram Gopan gananam Chadukula choram Aneka janmarjita papa choram Choragraganyam Purusham namami. Understand? It's a very beautiful song. You must know this song. No?
Just every day you repeat it.
You know this song, Chorastakam. Krishna says, or the Bilva Mangal, right?
Yes.
Bilva Mangal.
Yes.
He says, Krishna steals the clothes of the gopis, and then Krishna steals the butter, But then Krishna will also steal your mind. Krishna will also steal all your sinful reactions. Krishna will steal everything from you, and then he'll give you the greatest wealth. Amazing. Have you ever met a thief who takes everything away from you and then gives you the most valuable thing in return? Imagine tomorrow, I hope it doesn't happen to you. I imagine tonight you walked home and someone robbed your whole house, took everything, all your bad laundry, all of the broken televisions, all of the, all of that stuff. And then they left you with the greatest treasure. Imagine that. Who is going to cry? Oh no, you took away everything from me. Oh no. You'll be happy. So Krishna, anyway, it's on video, guys. You guys asked for it.
How do we tell the difference between, in like what we see happening to ourselves, between what's Krishna's arrangement and what's our karma? Like, what's the difference between the two? How do we tell those apart?
So once you become a devotee, nothing is just karma. Because once you become a devotee, Krishna is involved in your life. Am I right?
Yes.
The moment you take one step to Krishna, how many steps does Krishna take to you? 1,000?
Unlimited, actually.
Yeah, there's no Shastric reference for that one, so you can make it up, whatever you want. Normally devotees say 10, but in Den Haag you're very optimistic. You say 1,000. We'll go, it's a good place. It's a good place. Nice to be optimistic. But anyway, the point is Krishna takes many steps to you. So the moment you become a devotee, nothing is just pure karma, because Krishna is interested in you now. The moment you showed some interest in Krishna, Krishna is interested in you. And that means Krishna is going to make some special arrangements to bring you towards him. How many of you feel like your life went a bit unexpected once you became a devotee of Krishna? Little bit. I'll come back to you. Little bit. If you want Shanti, don't bring Krishna into your life. Before Krishna, everything is Shanti. Right? In Vrindavan, everything was very peaceful until Krishna was born. Am I right? In Vrindavan, everything was peaceful. And then the moment Krishna is born, demons start coming, lightning starts coming from Indra, Brahma starts stealing everyone away. It's like it's complete chaos. Right? So the thing is, once you invite Krishna into your life, nothing is just pure karma. Krishna, he is a disruptor. He's going to disrupt your life. You have to be ready. So that's it. That's it. Yes, Prabhu.
How can you be focused on not what has been lost? How to prepare yourself to get disrupted?
Wonderful question. I noticed that Prabhu had put his hand up high for the other question for special mercy. So I think he's bracing himself now for Krishna's participation. So how do you prepare yourself to let go? See, Prabhu, the thing is, either you let go or things will be snatched away from you anyway. Am I right? At one point in time in life, everything is taken away from you. Your health, your beauty, your positions, even the people around you. Everything is taken away from us. So how do we learn to let go? First thing is by realizing that there's something much more beautiful to hold on to. You're letting go of something so that you can hold on to the most beautiful thing. And the other way that we learn to let go is by knowledge, by philosophy, by understanding that the arrangement of the world is that everything will be taken away from me. But that's not a problem, because none of those things are me. None of those things define me, right? So the devotee is ready to get disrupted. But then when we get disrupted, we say, why are we getting disrupted? So it's like you call Krishna, and then when Krishna comes, you say, but no, don't just say that. We don't want it actually. It's amazing. We call Krishna in our life, and then when Krishna comes, we're like, I wasn't ready for this. But you call Krishna. If you want to stay in your illusion in the material world, Krishna will allow you to. But if you don't, then Krishna will pull you out. So Steve Jobs, you know Steve Jobs, Apple. He said, everyone wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die to get there. It's very interesting, no? Everyone wants to get to heaven. Oh, I want to get to heaven, I want to get to heaven. But I don't want to die, I don't want to die. I really don't want to die. Well, you want to get to heaven, right? Yeah, I do, but I don't want to die, I don't want to die. So we want Krishna, but we don't want to let go of this world. It's actually it's a dichotomy. So when we speak like this, it's a little uncomfortable because we come face to face with our attachments. So I hope I'm not making anyone feel uncomfortable here. But this is the point. We have to prepare ourselves. If you want something higher, right? If you want to achieve something higher, then you have to let go. But everyone is holding on. And then it's only going to cause you pain. If you get attached to the things of this world, yehi samsparsha jaboga dukkayona ya evate. Ooh, that one's gonna go viral.
Yeah, about Krishna's karma. If he knows about all his activities, the future, then how can there be any surprise for him?
Surprise for him?
Yeah, because if he knows, if I'm going to do this, then I'll get that result, that this. So there's never anything new for him.
Okay, all right, yes. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, in a very famous verse, oh God, what does Krishna say? Just give me 1 second, it will come to me.
Vedam samatitani.
Yeah, I'm trying. No, not that verse. Sorry, just give me one. I have to get it now, otherwise it's going to annoy me. What does Krishna say? Okay, I'll just quote the last 2 lines because, okay, I'm going to have to find it now, otherwise. I'm like a OCD sometimes, you know, it's like if I don't get this verse, it's going to get on my nerves. Do you know the verse? Vedaham Pravishyani Chabhutani. Does anyone know that verse? Pravishyani Chabhutani Mam tu Veda Kasyana. Sorry, you have to bear with the obsessive person. Mam tu Veda. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani chabhutani mam tu veda na kaschana. Krishna says, I know past, I know present, I know future, I know all living beings. I know everything, but nobody knows me. So Prabhu is asking, if you know everything, all living beings, what they're going to do in the past, present, future, it must be pretty boring. Like there's no surprises anymore. So like, doesn't Krishna get bored because he already knows everything? He knows what you're going to do. He knows what mistakes you're going to make. He knows when you're going to come back home, back to Godhead. So isn't it boring for Krishna? Did you know that Krishna sometimes even forgets that he's God? The amazing thing is Krishna knows everything. And then Krishna has a potency by which he covers his own knowledge. Therefore, sometimes Krishna also forgets that he's God. Purposely. so that he can enjoy and he can revel in pastimes of love. So yes, Krishna knows everything, but Krishna can also cover himself for the purpose of rasa. So yeah, simultaneously he does everything. That's Krishna. He's very ingenious. Is that okay, Guru?
Yeah, but if he forgets, but then he actually knows because he's orchestrating the forgetfulness. So then he,
Yeah, therefore there are different manifestations of Krishna, you see. Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabdyate. The Bhagavatam says there are different manifestations of Krishna. So there's Krishna who is Bhagavan, and then there's Krishna in your heart who is Paramatma. So Paramatma never forgets. Krishna says, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hrides Arjuna Tistati. So when Krishna is Paramatma, then he doesn't forget. If Krishna forgot as Paramatma, we'd be in trouble. Right? Because Paramatma is guiding us at every step. So Krishna as Paramatma never forgets. But Krishna as Brajendra Nandan Krishna in Sri Vrindavan Dham, who dances with the gopis, runs along the banks of the Yamuna, and who sometimes steals, who most of the time steals. That Krishna forgets. This Krishna never forgets. So therefore Krishna has different manifestations, and in different manifestations he performs different functions. Therefore Krishna can control the whole material world and at the same time just be in the spiritual world, like splashing around in the pond. Like, come down here, you got some work to do here. No, I do that. Someone else does all that stuff. So like that, Krishna has many different manifestations. Does it make sense?
yes, of course. But then, if he has many options for activity to choose for for enjoyment, and he knows already the enjoyment which will come, then there's no real
He knows
surprise.
the enjoyment that will come. So where is the, therefore, Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purn Amrita Svadhanam. Ananda, Mahaprabhu says, is like an ocean which is ever expanding. Purna Amrita Svadhanam. And at every step there's newer and newer relish. Sri Radha smiles at Krishna, and when she smiles at Krishna, Krishna looks at her smile and thinks, wow, I've never seen anything like that. And it causes Krishna to smile. And when Krishna smiles, Sri Radha looks at his smile and says, wow, I've never seen anything like that. And then she smiles. And when Krishna sees her smiling more, then he thinks, anyway, you understand what I mean here. Right, we could go on like this all afternoon. The point here is, Nava Nava Rasayanam. Shastra says it's newer and newer. Therefore. Whereas material life is Puna Punas Charvita Charvananam. Chewing the chewed. Back in the day when you had chewing gum, how long does the taste last? And then after some time your jaw just hurts. And then you have to put the chewing gum underneath the table. All of you have done that, I know you've done that. Right? Just a completely side note about chewing gum under the table. Because it just came to my mind. Because we're in a school, the three biggest problems in US schools 50 years ago, three biggest problems in US schools: talking in class, cheating in the exam, chewing gum under the desk. Three biggest problems in American schools now: gun crime, teenage pregnancy, physical assault of the teacher. Welcome to the advancement of civilization. Anyway, that was just a side note. All right. I don't know how we're doing, Sandhya Mataji. Shall we continue on, or what should we do? I mean, I'm okay, but I don't know how everyone else is.
15 minutes, maybe not?
Sure. Yes.
But maybe.
Oh yes,
So
probably
if,
yes.
so if he knows all the different, if he knows everything about the future, then there's not really anything new for him, for his own life. I mean, for his own enjoyment. If he knows.
No. Krishna is Rasaraj.
Yeah.
Krishna is Rasovesaha. Krishna is Akila Rasamrita Murti. Rasa is Amrita. It's never ending. So therefore, Krishna is never, it's always expanding. Krishna is hungry. Krishna is hungry. Ashnami prayatatmana patram pushpam. Just give me a leaf. I don't need much. I'm hungry for your love. Krishna is hungry. He's never satisfied. Krishna, never satisfied. He wants more love. He's the master of love. So yes, it's the nature of rasa to be unending. Amrita. Mrita means death. Mritilok, right? We're living in the abode of death. But rasa is amrita. Rasamrita, therefore we say. Rasa is amrita. Alright, yes. Yes, Esther.
Thank you for your association. Alright. If I'm correct, you mentioned that we overestimate what we can achieve in 1 year and we underestimate what we can do in 5 years. So yeah, if you want to share something about your personal goal for 5 years, and also maybe if you
Personal
have a
goal.
tip for us how to start the plan of a 5-year goal plan.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. Okay, so did everyone understand it? You understand what we mean when we say we overestimate what we can do in a year and we underestimate what we can do in 5 years? Do you understand what we mean by that? What does that teach you?
Patience.
Right, we don't have patience. That we're trying to achieve everything quickly and we think I'll do it all in 1 year and then I'll just get it done, but we don't understand how much we can achieve in 5 if we do a little bit every day. So we're impatient. So if you want to advance in anything in life, you have to be consistent, you have to have a plan, you have to have a daily dedication. And how do you go about making a 5-year plan? Wow, everything went quiet at that point. It was like the pin drop silence. Have a vision statement. Do you have a vision statement for your life? Mataji, if someone asked you, what is a successful life? What would you say? How will you know 10 years from now if you're successful in your life? One-liner. We need one-liner. Mataji, what is a successful life for you?
It depends. At this moment, for me, it's like when my children become devotees, they stay devoted and they stand on their own feet. Spiritually, materially is for me like.
Okay, there you go, guys. It's all down to you. It's all hinging on you.
Personally, yes, spiritual goals we have, but for like depends on.
Yes. So the point I'm making is that we should have a goal of what is success for me. How many of you have ever got into a car, started driving for 2 hours, and then asked yourself, by the way, where are we going? Have you ever done that in your life? Prabhu has done it. You went into a car, you drove for 2 hours, and then you asked yourself, where are you going? It wasn't you. Okay, thank you. I'm happy about that.
Not driving, but we were going somewhere, but suddenly realized we are going.
it's, yeah, I mean, if someone would do that, you'd get a little bit worried, right? Like to drive for 2 hours and then like ask yourself, where am I going? I mean, it's absurd. You would never do that. But it's amazing that that's what we do in life. We do everything that society tells us to do, but we forgot to ask the question, where am I going? What is success? Where does this end? Right? So sometimes we just go through the rituals of life, but we haven't asked ourselves, what is the meaning behind all of this? Therefore, Krishna is saying, understand your meaning. So, in answer to your question, Esther, if you want to make a 5-year plan, first you have to ask yourself, what am I trying to achieve in my life? What is success? Where do you want to be 5 years from now? Where do you want to be 10 years from now? And then work backwards from there. Right? Now you may say, but I don't know what I want to be. That's a big question. But start wherever you start, and then gradually over time, it will become more and more specific. But most people haven't taken the time. Oh, whatever I want to be in life, I need some money. Let me just get some money right now. Okay. Everyone needs money. But is that what life is about? You know, so think about not Abraham Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin said, most people die when they're 25, but they're not buried till they're 75. Think about that. What dies when we're 25? That means we're living, but we're not really living. Tell me. What dies within us? At a certain point in our life, that means we're living, but we're not really living.
Our consciousness?
Our I mean, well, depends what you mean by that, but if we don't have consciousness, we're not living. What is it within us? Curiosity.
Yeah.
What else?
Wasting time.
Not purpose.
No purpose.
What else dies at 25?
Passion.
I'm living. Passion, hunger, enthusiasm.
Innocence. Innocence.
Innocence. We just become like robots. Every day, this is what I know. I have to do this every day. Tick the box. I need to do this. I need to do this. One time, one man was driving and there were 2 people and they both had spades. You understand spade? I don't know what that is in Dutch. Scaffold. So this man was driving by. Listen to this. This man was driving by. One person was digging up the earth, making a hole, and then putting the dirt. And the other fellow, straight after with the other spade, he was putting the dirt and putting it back in only. So this person drove back. He thought, that's a bit strange. So anyway, he put it out of his mind. He came back 3 hours later. They were doing the same thing. This guy was digging it up. The other fellow was putting it in. So he went up to them. He said, what's the meaning of this? They said, we're planting trees. But the third person who puts the seed in is on holiday today. You have to think about this deeply. Right? We do things mechanically. We have no idea. Without the bhav, without the orientation, without vision. Where is this all going? So therefore Krishna wants us to live a conscious life. So that's why you vision. Visualize, who do I want to be? Many of you in this room, your whole life is ahead of you. Think deeply, who do I want to be? What difference do I want to make? Here's an exercise you can do. Close your eyes, not now, when you get home. Close your eyes fast forward to your own funeral. Visualize your own funeral. And then visualize the person who comes up to give the speech at your funeral. And ask yourself, what would I want them to say at my funeral? They were such an amazing person. They showed up to work every single day. They were such an amazing person. They paid all their bills to the government. What do you want them to say? So you should know what you want to be remembered for. And then live your life accordingly. Otherwise, we're not living. We're simply existing. Yes.
So I want to connect two things here. What my sister said, she said 5-year goal, and then in the beginning you said detachment. So if I see it this way, if you detach from everything and then hold on to Krishna, you see no point in everything, because you don't want good and you don't want bad.
No point in everything.
I mean,
No point in material things.
yeah, exactly. No point in material things.
But you can spiritualize material things.
But the idea is to reach Krishna.
Yes.
If I see too deeply about the whole point of Krishna consciousness,
Yes.
it is, for me, I feel like it is not my home and I don't belong here. And my existence is with Krishna and I'm here. And I feel
Your
like
existence is in serving Krishna, whether it's here or whether it's in the next world. And in this world you have a body. In this world you have intelligence. In this world you have some resource. In this world you have a family. So all you have to do is connect it all to Krishna and you're already in the spiritual world. So the point of Krishna consciousness is not to give up everything. The point of Krishna consciousness is to give everything to Krishna. If someone drops 50 euros on the street, everyone's praying, I hope it happens. If someone drops 50 euro on the street, one person will pick it up and take it for themselves. I'm sure no one in here would do that. Yeah, right. Right? So that's one type of person. Bad. Another type of person will look at the 50 euros and say, nothing to do with me, just walk away. Bad. A third type of person will pick up the 50 euro and give it back to the person who owned it. Good. The point of Krishna consciousness is not to escape from the world. The point of Krishna consciousness is to engage everything in the world for Krishna's pleasure. Yat karoshi, yadashnashi, yad johoshi, dadashi. Okay?
I have a follow-up question. If you say you have to do it for the Krishna, right? And then you also mentioned it's not in your hand, you are not the doer, it's all done by Krishna and it's not random, it's ordered. It's predetermined.
You are not the doer means you are not the only doer. But you have free will. Am I right? It's not a trick question. Do you have free will?
How does it exist? Because if there is a
But then
free
if
will,
you didn't
there's a
have free
problem.
will, you would be a robot. Then what's the point of life? Of course you have free will. Otherwise, what would be the point of life?
Then how should I put this statement? Like Krishna.
Yes, so Krishna says you have free will, but you're not the doer because you can't control the outcome. But you can control the effort.
But the effort is also not in my hands, right?
The effort is in your hands, of course it is. Today you could have woke up at,
Swim.
you could have woke up at 6 o'clock and missed this class. But you didn't. You woke up at 10 o'clock, you did what you needed to do, and you showed up.
But the thought-provoking is also given by Krishna, right?
Krishna gives it according to your desire. Man proposes, God disposes. Don't annihilate your free will, because if you don't have free will, there's no purpose to life. I mean, even the question you're asking there would be no purpose to it because it's not you asking it, according to your philosophy. Like now you're thinking. Are you thinking?
Exactly, I'm thinking like
No, but right now, are you thinking?
Regarding the
Just what our conversation. Are you thinking right now?
No, it's just coming.
Yeah, but are you thinking? Are you thinking at this point? Yes or no? Yes, you're thinking, right? So that means you have volition. That means you have some cognitive ability. And based on your thinking, are you now going to ask me the next question? Based on your thinking? It's not a trick question. Yes. So that means you think, you consider, and then you do something. Now you can't control how I'm going to respond to you. But you can control your thinking and what question you want to ask. That means you're not the doer because you can't control me. But you are the doer because you can control what comes out of your mouth.
So should I see it in this way, like I have 10 thoughts and then there are 10 possible ways. So all those possible ways are determined by Krishna, and then based on the thought I pick.
Why determined by Krishna?
Because at the end, that's just what I'm understanding. Like at the end, it is given by Krishna.
No.
Right?
Krishna, at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, why does he tell Arjun, now I've given you all the knowledge, yata icha tatha kuru. Now you do what you want to do. Krishna doesn't say, yata, do what I want you to do. Now do what I'm telling you to do. Now do what I'm forcing you to do.
But
No, that's not what Krishna says. Krishna says, do what you want to do. Krishna doesn't force. All right? Yes, Prabhu.
It was very interesting to hear that you are the doer, but not the only doer.
Yes,
Can you
that is
explain
very
more about
interesting.
that?
Yes,
Because I'm
very good point. Okay, we just went to the temple. You know, our temple that's being built. So now consider that there are 3 doers. The first doer is all of you as a community who decided we want a temple. You all had a desire. We wanted a temple. So you're the first doer, because without that desire, nothing begins. But then the next thing you had to do was you had to go to the government and get permission and get the land. So the second doer is the government, because they have to give you permission. And then the third doer is the construction company, which are a bit, anyway, that's another story. But the construction company is the third doer because they build the thing. So now if I asked you the question, how did this temple come about? Someone could say, because of the devotees. Of course, true. Someone could say, no, it came about because the government said, yes, it could come about. True. And someone could say, no, it came about because the construction company built it. True. And someone could say, no, all 3 of them were the doer together. True.
But mostly it's said is Krishna is the doer.
Yeah, sometimes it said Krishna is the doer, sometimes also the living entity is also called the doer. So basically the living entity desires, Krishna sanctions, and material nature facilitates. So Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita is explaining there's 3 doers. We desire, Krishna sanctions, and material nature facilitates. So in that way, we are the doer, but we're not the only doer. And Krishna is the ultimate doer. Therefore, what do we say? Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachit Ananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna is the cause of all causes. So therefore, it's like if someone says, oh no, I'm not going to go into my exam because Krishna is the cause of all causes, I won't revise. Oh no, why revise? Well, Krishna Serve a God and a God and Krishna will arrange everything. I don't revise. Krishna, serve a God and a God. No, but you have to revise. And after you done all your revision, then you better start praying. But don't start praying before you done your revision, my friend. Right? So you do your bit, and then you leave it to Krishna. Work as though everything depends on you. Pray, knowing everything is ultimately under Krishna's will. That's how you combine it.
Like the saying, you do your best and Krishna...
Exactly. Thank you. That's brilliant. Thank you. Mataji, I see many hands, and Sid's hand is there, but we need to finish here because Krishna is the Sarvakar. So thank you, everyone. Sorry, I was a little bit challenging to all of you, but sometimes we need some rasa. Otherwise, if I only speak very lightly, then you'll just sleep through my whole class. So sometimes I have to put you on the spot, challenge you, and but understand, generally I'm a nice person. But sometimes, for the purpose of teaching, we have to be like this. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Maharaj. So you saw all the hands, so you really have to come very soon, not a year, not 2 years, really a couple of months. So because of Maharaj, he has to go to the next program, but he has also some books, and we want to request Maharaj if can do some, if somebody wants the books, they're there. And I think Maharaj would be, yeah, it's a really, they're nice books. Chaitanya Charitamrita, compact summary studies of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life story. Maybe Maharaj, you want to tell something about that?
So this is, today we talked about difficulties, obstacles in life. So this is the story of one of our devotees in London. When he was 31, he received news that he has terminal cancer. So this book is about his last few years of life and how he dealt with terminal cancer with the spiritual consciousness. So it's very good because we'll all go through challenges in our life, and then we need to know how to respond to it in a beautiful way. And this is a book about Sri Vrindavan Dhaam. Vrindavan Dhaam is Krishna's playground. And every year the devotees go there, they do parikrama, they go to all the forests. So if you want to go around Vrindavan in your mind by just hearing about all the beautiful things that happens in Vrindavan, then this book takes you through all the forests. So you're welcome to take that. Yes, sure.
So Maharaj, we have like maybe 20 minutes to do some.
Yeah, the details.
We have to leave to go to the next program. So if you want, then you can take a book and Maharaj can do the signing, and in between we do kirtan. And God Arti also?
No, Arti.
Arti, we'll do Arti and
What was
the prices.
Yeah,
It's in the nation, right?
I only know the price for the dog book.
So Hare Krishna, don't go empty-handed. We will close the door, take a book, let's sign the Maharaj, and we do it together.